Are you ready to step into the shadows and uncover the spine-chilling secrets of the UK's most haunted places? Tonight, we're taking you on a terrifying journey through 10 ghost tours where real overnight hauntings have been reported by brave visitors just like you. From ancient castles to eerie villages, these historic sites aren't just stories, they're living nightmares filled with restless spirits, unexplained noises, and ghostly apparitions caught on camera. Whether you're a paranormal skeptic or a fearless thrill seeker, get ready for true tales that will make your skin crawl and your heart race. Let's dive into the darkness, if you dare. If you love thrilling ghost stories and real hauntings, make sure to subscribe and join us for more spine-chilling adventures. 1. The Tower of London Ghost Tour. The Tower of London Ghost Tour offers a chilling glimpse into one of England's most infamous historic sites, renowned for its dark and often violent past. Visitors who brave the overnight ghost tour are often struck by the eerie atmosphere that fills the ancient stone walls, a feeling that goes beyond the usual sense of history and crosses into something supernatural. Many tourists have shared their first-hand experiences of strange occurrences during the tour, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, cold spots that seem to appear and disappear without explanation, and unexplained whispers just out of earshot. One particularly common tale comes from visitors who claim to have seen ghostly apparitions of Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated queen who was executed within the tower's walls. Some have reported fleeting glimpses of a woman dressed in Tudor-era clothing wandering the grounds, her presence accompanied by a profound sadness. Another frequently recounted experience involves the haunting sounds of clanking chains and distant screams, believed to be echoes of prisoners who were once held and tortured within the fortress. Many guests describe a sudden drop in temperature in specific areas, especially near the Bloody Tower and the White Tower, which often leaves them shivering despite warm clothing. These sensations are so intense that some visitors admit to feeling an overwhelming sense of unease or dread. Tour guides on the Tower of London Ghost Tours recount numerous stories passed down through generations, combining historical fact with chilling legend, making the experience feel vivid and alive. The Tower's Ghost Tour isn't just a walk through a famous monument, it's an immersive encounter with history and the paranormal. For those brave enough to spend a night within the fortress, the reports of paranormal activity create an unforgettable experience, blending the line between the past and the present, and leaving many wondering if the spirits of history still roam the ancient halls. 2. Edinburgh Vaults Ghost Tour. The Edinburgh Vaults Ghost Tour is a spine-tingling experience that takes visitors deep beneath the city's old town, into a network of dark, damp chambers once used as storage spaces and workshops in the 18th century. Known also as the South Bridge Vaults, these underground tunnels have long been a hotspot for paranormal activity, attracting ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. Many tourists who have taken the overnight tours report unsettling sensations. Cold drafts that seem to move against the natural flow of air, sudden unexplained noises like footsteps or whispers, and an overwhelming feeling of being watched. Visitors often tell of seeing shadowy figures darting just beyond the edge of their vision or feeling a heavy presence that can't be explained by the physical environment. One particularly striking real-life experience was shared by a group who took the tour late at night. As they explored the narrow, brick-lined corridors, one participant suddenly felt a sharp chill and caught sight of a pale apparition standing silently in the corner. Cameras and voice recorders frequently pick up strange orbs of light and disembodied voices during these tours, and several guests have recorded EVP, electronic voice phenomena, messages that seem to respond directly to their questions. The vaults were once home to some of Edinburgh's poorest residents, and it's believed that many tragic events took place there, contributing to the heavy atmosphere of sorrow and unrest. The tour guides, experienced in both history and the paranormal, weave together chilling stories of former inhabitants and unexplained phenomena, making each visit uniquely haunting. For many visitors, the Edinburgh Vaults Ghost Tour is not just about history, it's an encounter with lingering spirits who seem unwilling to leave. These first-hand experiences have cemented the vaults as one of the UK's most authentically haunted locations. 3. York Dungeon Overnight Experience. The York Dungeon overnight experience offers an intense and immersive dive into the city's darkest history, combining theatrical storytelling with genuine paranormal encounters that have been reported by many visitors. Set beneath the streets of historic York, this underground attraction is designed to bring to life the gruesome tales of torture, plague, and executions that marked the city's past. Tourists who have participated in the overnight experience often speak about an atmosphere thick with unease, where the boundary between staged scares and real supernatural presence seems to blur. Several guests have shared accounts of hearing footsteps echoing behind them when no one else was near, or feeling sudden drops in temperature as they moved through the dimly lit chambers. One visitor recalled an incident where her camera unexpectedly malfunctioned, and the photos taken that night revealed unexplained shadows and orbs that could not be attributed to lighting or reflections. Others describe hearing disembodied voices whispering in the dark, sometimes even calling out their names. These experiences contribute to the eerie reputation of the York Dungeon, making it more than just a theatrical venue but a place with a tangible connection to the paranormal. The tour guides, who are well versed in York's grim history, share tales of real historical figures and tragic events that give a chilling context to the hauntings. The dungeon's underground tunnels were once part of a prison and execution site, and it's believed that the restless spirits of those who suffered there still linger. Visitors who spend the night in this environment often report a mix of fear and fascination, with many describing a feeling of being watched or followed. The York Dungeon overnight experience continues to attract those eager to explore the darker side of history and encounter genuine ghostly activity firsthand. For the Ancient Ram Inn Overnight Tour. The Ancient Ram Inn Overnight Tour is widely regarded as one of the most haunted experiences in the UK, attracting paranormal enthusiasts from all over the world. Located in Gloucestershire, this 12th century building has a long and grisly history that seems to seep into its very walls. Visitors who take the overnight tour often describe a deeply unsettling atmosphere, with many reporting encounters that go far beyond typical ghostly sightings. One common experience shared by tourists is the feeling of intense, oppressive energy that weighs heavily on the chest and makes breathing feel difficult. This sensation has been reported repeatedly in the old chapel and cellar areas of the inn, places where dark rituals are rumored to have taken place centuries ago. Several guests have recounted hearing disturbing noises during their stay, loud bangs, footsteps, and even anguished screams that seem to come from nowhere. Some visitors report seeing shadow figures darting across rooms or glimpsing ghostly apparitions watching them from dark corners. One visitor captured on video a small, flickering orb of light moving through the hallway, which could not be explained by natural causes. Others have felt sudden cold spots or the sensation of being touched when no one else was nearby. The inn's owners and guides share numerous first-hand accounts from guests, emphasizing the intensity and frequency of paranormal activity experienced during overnight stays. The Ancient Ram Inn's reputation as a hotspot for haunting stems not only from these personal encounters but also from its documented history, including tales of witchcraft, executions, and burial grounds beneath the property. The overnight tour is designed to immerse visitors in this eerie past, allowing them to experience firsthand what many believe to be one of the most potent sites of supernatural energy in England. For those brave enough to spend a night within its ancient walls, the Ancient Ram Inn offers an unforgettable journey into the paranormal. 5 Hampton Court Palace Ghost Tour. The Hampton Court Palace Ghost Tour offers visitors a haunting journey through one of England's most historic royal residences, where centuries of intrigue and tragedy have left their spectral marks. Guests who join the overnight tours often describe an atmosphere charged with eerie energy, as if the palace's walls still echo with the whispers and footsteps of its former inhabitants. Many visitors have reported real-life experiences of unexplained phenomena during their stay. One common account involves sudden drops in temperature, particularly in the haunted areas like the Haunted Gallery, where the ghost of Catherine Howard, the 5th wife of King Henry VIII, is said to appear. Tourists often speak of feeling a chilling presence and seeing fleeting shadows or shapes moving just beyond their line of sight. Several guests have shared stories of hearing mysterious footsteps following them through the long, dimly lit corridors, only to find no one there when they turn around. Some have even reported disembodied voices calling out or soft whispers that vanish when they try to listen more closely. Photographs taken during the tour sometimes reveal unexplained orbs or mist-like shapes hovering in the background. These genuine experiences, combined with the rich and sometimes dark history of Hampton Court, make the ghost tour a compelling attraction for paranormal enthusiasts. The guides are knowledgeable storytellers who share chilling tales about the palace's past, including the tragic fate of several of Henry VIII's wives and other royal residents. They recount how the palace's history of executions, imprisonments, and secret betrayals might contribute to the restless spirits that linger. For many visitors, spending a night in Hampton Court Palace is a thrilling blend of history and supernatural mystery, where the echoes of the past come alive in the most unsettling and unforgettable ways. 6. Plucklay Village Ghost Walk. Plucklay Village Ghost Walk is famous throughout the UK as one of the most haunted villages, often referred to as the most haunted village in England. Visitors who take part in the Ghost Walk often recount real-life experiences that blur the lines between folklore and the supernatural. The tour guides lead groups through the narrow, cobbled streets and ancient woods surrounding Plucklay, sharing chilling stories of restless spirits said to haunt specific locations. Many tourists have reported feeling sudden chills and unexplained cold spots, particularly near sites like the Deering Arms Pub and St. Nicholas Church, where numerous apparitions have been sighted. Several visitors have described seeing shadowy figures standing silently by the roadside or glimpsing phantom horses and carriages moving along the old lanes. One popular tale involves the ghost of a highwayman who is said to appear on moonlit nights, his presence accompanied by the faint sound of galloping hooves. Guests also often mention hearing disembodied voices or whispers that seem to come from empty fields or dense woodland areas. Some have even captured strange orbs and flickering lights in photographs taken during the night tours, which remain unexplained despite attempts to find natural causes. The village's long and often tragic history adds weight to these stories, with many believing that the spirits of those who died violent or untimely deaths remain tethered to the area. Guides weave historical facts with local legends, creating an atmosphere thick with suspense and anticipation. For those brave enough to wander Plucklay at night, the Ghost Walk offers not only a fascinating insight into English folklore but also genuine encounters that many visitors say left them questioning the boundaries between the living and the dead. 7. Borley Rectory Haunting Tour. Borley Rectory Haunting Tour invites visitors into the story of what has been called the most haunted house in England. Although the original rectory was destroyed by fire in the 1930s, the site remains a magnet for paranormal enthusiasts eager to experience the eerie atmosphere that lingers. Tourists who have participated in the haunting tours often share chilling first-hand accounts of supernatural phenomena that continue to occur around the ruins and surrounding grounds. Many visitors report sudden drops in temperature, unexplained noises such as footsteps or knocking, and strange sensations of being watched. Some have described hearing mysterious voices and seeing shadowy figures moving just beyond their line of sight. One particularly striking experience came from a group staying overnight near the site, who claimed to have captured ghostly orbs and unexplained lights on their cameras. Others have reported waking in the night to strange tapping sounds on their windows or walls, which cannot be explained by natural causes. The lingering presence of the rectory's infamous White Lady, a ghost said to haunt the grounds, is frequently mentioned by those who visit. This apparition is said to be connected to tragic events tied to the history of the house, involving tales of forbidden love and violent deaths. Guides on the Borley Rectory tour provide detailed accounts of the historical background, recounting the investigations carried out by famous paranormal researchers like Harry Price in the early 20th century. These stories deepen the sense of mystery and make the experience feel authentic and immersive. Despite the house no longer standing, the site's reputation for paranormal activity remains strong, making the Borley Rectory Haunting Tour a compelling destination for those seeking real-life ghost encounters. 8. Hampton Court Maze Ghost Tour. The Hampton Court Maze Ghost Tour offers a unique and eerie experience, blending the thrill of navigating one of England's oldest surviving hedge mazes with chilling tales of hauntings that have puzzled visitors for years. Tourists who take part in the nighttime tours often recount a mixture of excitement and unease as they wander the maze's twisting paths in near darkness. Many report feeling an overwhelming sense of being watched or followed, even when alone. A common real-life experience shared by visitors involves sudden changes in temperature, cold spots appearing unexpectedly, which many believe are signs of ghostly presence within the dense hedges. Several guests have described hearing strange whispers or faint footsteps that echo off the maze walls, with no other visitors nearby. Some report glimpsing shadowy figures moving just beyond the hedge line or catching fleeting reflections that vanish when looked at directly. One visitor recalled feeling an invisible hand brush against their arm, only to find no one else close enough to have caused it. Cameras often capture unexplained orbs and light anomalies during the tours, adding to the mystery and sense of supernatural activity. The guides share fascinating stories about the maze's history and legends, including tales of lost souls who may still wander its labyrinthine paths. The maze's long-standing connection to Hampton Court Palace's haunted reputation adds to the spine-chilling atmosphere. For many, the combination of physical disorientation and paranormal encounters makes the Hampton Court Maze Ghost Tour a memorable and genuinely unsettling experience. Visitors often leave wondering if they truly escaped the maze, or if some spirits remain trapped within its hedgerows, still roaming the labyrinth in the dead of night. 9. Whitby Abbey Haunted Night Tour. Whitby Abbey Haunted Night Tour offers a haunting experience set against the dramatic ruins of the ancient abbey overlooking the North Sea. Visitors who join the overnight tours often describe an atmosphere thick with mystery and a palpable sense of history intertwined with the supernatural. Many tourists have shared genuine experiences of strange phenomena, including sudden drops in temperature and unexplained noises echoing through the ruins. One common report involves hearing distant chanting or whispers, as if the spirits of former monks or those who lived in the area centuries ago are still present. Visitors also recount seeing shadowy figures moving among the crumbling walls, sometimes appearing briefly before vanishing into the darkness. Several guests have reported feelings of unease and being watched while walking the uneven grounds after dark. Photographs taken during the tours frequently capture unexplained orbs of light and misty shapes that cannot be explained by natural elements like fog or lens flare. One visitor recalled hearing footsteps behind them while exploring the abbey alone, only to turn and find no one there. Others have felt sudden cold spots that seem to follow them along the ancient stone paths. The guides on the Whitby Abbey tour share stories about the abbey's long and turbulent history, including its role in religious conflicts and its association with the famous Dracula legend. These tales add depth to the eerie sensations experienced by visitors and help create a vivid connection between the past and present. For many, the Whitby Abbey Haunted Night Tour is more than just a historical visit. It is an immersive encounter with lingering spirits, making it one of the UK's most compelling haunted locations for overnight ghost seekers. 10. The Scurid Mountain in Overnight Haunting. The Scurid Mountain in Overnight Haunting is one of Wales' most chilling ghost tours, held at one of the oldest pubs in the country. Known locally as the Church Inn, the Scurid Mountain Inn dates back over 800 years and has a dark history filled with tales of executions, witchcraft, and supernatural occurrences. Visitors who brave the overnight experience often recount intense and unsettling encounters that have made this tour famous among paranormal enthusiasts. Many report feeling an oppressive atmosphere inside the ancient stone walls, with sudden cold spots and unexplained sounds like footsteps and whispers that seem to come from nowhere. Several guests have described seeing ghostly apparitions, including shadowy figures moving silently through the pub's historic rooms and fleeting glimpses of a hooded figure believed to be the spirit of a former executioner. One visitor shared how they heard chains rattling and distant cries late into the night, sounds that others on the tour also reported hearing. Cameras and recording devices frequently pick up unexplained orbs and eerie noises during the overnight stays, adding to the sense of genuine paranormal activity. Visitors often mention a feeling of unease or being watched, sometimes so strong it makes it difficult to relax or sleep. The tour guides share detailed stories of the inn's grim past, including its use as a courthouse and gallows, which many believe is the root of its haunting. The sense of history combined with the vivid personal experiences of those who have stayed overnight creates a deeply immersive atmosphere. For many, the Scurid Mountain Inn overnight haunting is not just a ghost tour but a profound encounter with the restless spirits of Wales' dark past, making it a must-visit for those seeking real supernatural thrills.